Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn, New York. Oh, they did a great job on marking the street. They just finished paving. Been like a month or two. And they just marked the street. See the bright yellow marks? The white and yellow. The streets are 100% well paved. Smooth. Ride a skateboard down here if I could. Back in the days I used to do skateboarding. Can't do it no more. This is a smooth street for that.
Cars on their lot, or suggest you buy a car on paper and lease transport in that major world or Long Island City. There's no shortage with over 1,000 cars on the lot. Pricing them only a $175 dealer fee. Go to visual.com or call. I'm Pat Farnack, WCBS News Radio 880.
It's 12:52 at WCBS. It's the first trip to orbit by civilians on a private company spaceship, and it happened to be completed by Elon Musk's SpaceX.
Parachutes deploy, splashdown off the Florida coast and at Mission Control in California. Joy as the Dragon X capsule wraps up a 3-day flight.
Inspiration 4, on behalf of SpaceX, welcome home to planet Earth. Your mission has shown the world that space is for all of us, and that everyday people can make extraordinary impacts in the world around them.
The capsule, resembling the head of a whale bobbing in the water, is plucked from the Atlantic, brought to a ship, and the door opened. The 4 civilians giving fist pumps and thumbs up before exiting the vehicle and given a health screening. There were no professional astronauts on board. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
If you're looking for a safe place to visit, you'll perhaps need to head overseas.
With more travelers spreading their wings, a new survey has listed the safest city in the world. According to the Economist Intelligence Unit's Safe Cities Index, Copenhagen holds the top spot. The study ranks 60 international destinations based on health, digital, environmental, and personal security, as well as infrastructure. Denmark's capital jumped to number 1 from 8th place in 2019. Officials in the city point to its low crime rate and narrow wealth gap. Toronto took 2nd place, with Singapore in 3rd. Lisa Mateo, CBS News.
WCBS News Time, 12:54. An FDA panel in favor of a Pfizer booster shot for older Americans or people at high risk, but not the general public. Dr. Anthony Fauci was asked about this on CNN's State of the Union. He says even though it's not necessarily what he advocated for, he wanted all eligible Americans to get the booster, he says the agency made the right decision.
They did that in the proper deliberative process, and they came up with a recommendation, which I think is a good recommendation, because if you look at everyone over 65 and people from 18 to 64 with underlying conditions that make them more likely to have a severe outcome, and those who are 18 to 64 who by either institutional or occupational situation put them at a higher risk for exposure and infection, you're going to get a pretty good chunk of the population.
Dr. Fauci adding he believes as more data comes in, the booster recommendations will change. He also says despite being 80, he has not received a booster shot just yet, but he does plan to. It's 12:55 at WCBS. Time for Bloomberg Money News and your money from CNBC.
The helicopter company Blade is expanding beyond flying people.
Blade has a division called Medi